who are in comedy now who are doing really well.
Seth
I think
Rogen.
Seth Rogen, yeah. I just watched World's End or whatever it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people in that are Jewish, and they're all all really funny.
Because it's Hollywood. Hollywood is Jewish, right?
But it felt like it sort of felt
there?
full circle because growing up, I felt like I should like Adam Sandler. Now I like a lot of these people who are they're not. Anyways,
They're
it just
still
felt
Jewish.
Nice. It felt good.
Adam Sandler evolved though. Like he started in the
From SNL.
immature roles, and then he started getting a lot better.
Yeah,
not better, but just
I watched Little Nicky
older.
Over the weekend.
Yeah,
So,
that was
yeah,
I was sad because that was on TV, and then I had to go to work. I'm like, I just want to watch Little Nicky.
Little Nicky's good.
So
Little
you did.
Nicky's really good.
Little Nicky's a classic.
Yeah,
I think I really liked Waterboy.
Waterboy was
I was
really
young,
funny too.
and I remember crying at the end of that movie almost.
It's like a cult classic.
Yeah.
Though. Like,
Yeah.
It's so good.
8 Crazy Nights isn't bad.
Water sucks. Gatorade better.
He fucking
Yeah, that's
tackles
the
the teacher.
The Abdullah Oblongata or something.
Yeah, no.
Mama said alligators are angry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
And on that note, let's start it off. I'm Adam, like usual. We got newcomer David, first time podcast.
Greetings.
Yes. Matt, Dodds, and Sean. All right, so who wants to start off? We'll look at David.
All right.
What have you been playing over the last, do you still play a lot of games or what?
We have a communal PS4 at work.
Oh, wow.
So right now we just finished Infamous Second Son.
Cool.
It was awesome. Really loved it. Now we're playing Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Is that game any good? Because I was thinking about picking it up, and I've been hearing mixed.
So far, I've only played the first couple missions. If you've played Infamous, it's the exact same.
Just you can web swing.
It's fun to web swing, but there's nothing original.
No?
So it's fun, and you swing around, you do a couple missions. The fighting is really simple.
Does it remind you of remember Spider-Man 2 for PS2?
So it's like every other Spider-Man.
That
Kinda.
was the best one. Arguably the best Spider-Man game that came out, right?
The world map is way bigger.
Oh yeah, okay.
The animations are insane. The fighting is great. He's got such cool special moves. And it's pretty fluid.
You just haven't played too much of it?
Yeah, I just started.
So how does it? What do you mean communal PS4? How does that even work? It's just
I started bringing it to work, and now everyone knows about it. So there's always someone playing. So it just stays at work. It's awesome.
What are you doing at work now?
Playing PS4.
I know that.
You gotta find the secret room with the only key that you guys got.
Yeah, the fucking PC.
Yes, like that PC, our secret room.
This is mostly stuff we do on break. But
yeah, obviously.
Our breaks tend to stretch because of it.
2 hours long.
But how many of you are even playing this? You just throw around the controller or what?
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, we don't all have break at the same time.
Oh, okay.
But
how many do you have in your office? Sitting in one room?
There's 6 controllers now.
Oh god,
but
that's a lot of controllers.
Everything we've played so far is one player. Infamous, Thief.
Yeah.
There's
not a lot of 2 players. Did you guys get Mercenary Kings? Because you can play 4 players on that.
There's an NBA game. That's the only multiplayer game we have.
Download Mercenary Kings.
Okay.
It's just like Metal Slug, but you can play 4-player co-op, split screen.
From what you're describing, when you describe we, it sounds like this collective kind of consciousness where, you say we, but you've maybe played, for argument's sake, an hour of Infamous, but, you've developed this collective understanding of the game based on your 1 hour and then talking
it's like we beat it.
Yeah, exactly,
I've played, a total of about 2 hours of it, but it's a communal save.
Which is amazing.
So I've been witnessed for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
pretty cool.
Which is it's this very social way of playing video games.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's kind of cool.
You come back to it, it's where the fuck am I now?
God damn it, Steve!
There's a spot in every video game where you get stuck and you're there for a good half an hour just doing it, and you're like, forget this. And you come on your next break and someone else beat it for you, so you just all right, whatever.
Thank you very much.
Let's move on.
Brother.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it sounds like I know a little bit. Just to interject a little bit for Spider-Man, you remember in Spider-Man 2 where you'd have to collect those balloons from those kids?
I do not remember that at all.
There's similar now. You collect comic books.
Exactly. The game itself. Have you played the first Amazing Spider-Man?
I remember playing Ultimate Spider-Man.
Which you liked for whatever reason.
Was that the one?
Ultimate Spider-Man was really good. The cell-shaded PS2 one.
No, which one was it where you had to play the different Spider-Man?
That was Shattered Dimensions.
Oh yeah, you
I like
played
that
that was good.
That
I
one was
played
awesome, just because it
It's-
gave you all the
Huh.
other Spider-Man.
They need to
movies.
make
Let
a
us-
Batman game like that so you can beat
Let us
Batman
take a step
Beyond.
back. I've played every Spider-Man game.
You
since
have.
Spider-Man 2. That is very strange. I
Well,
didn't think I
you're
was
a
an
huge
accomplishment.
Spider-Man fan, so
Apparently I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I am, but I didn't think I was that huge a Spider-Man fan. Anyways, having played every single Spider-Man game, apparently,
Connoisseur of sorts.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is what was the last Spider-Man game you played?
Ultimate, I think, yeah.
So you'll enjoy it.
Yeah?
You'll enjoy it because you'll enjoy it. It plays a lot like Arkham, the Arkham games.
I was just
Did
gonna
you play
ask
those?
Yeah, it plays a lot like the Arkham games.
The last Spider-Man game I
no,
played.
Arkham.
Batman.
Oh, okay. I played the Batman game, Arkham Knight 2, or the
So-
second one,
Arkham City.
Arkham City. Yeah.
Hmm.
The last Spider-Man game I played was Maximum Carnage on
Oh.
Sega
Oh.
Genesis.
I have that for
Like,
Super Nintendo.
that was so fun.
So good.
I have that for
So
Super
fun.
Nintendo over there.
The red cartridge was the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
yeah.
a red,
Cartridge.
yeah, it was a red cartridge. Yeah.
All red. The whole thing is just red.
I
And
remember that.
I remember being very scared to play it because it looked very scary.
Carnage.
It was
Pandora's box of fucking
Yeah,
video
exactly.
games.
Not to mention, it was fucking hard as shit.
Yeah.
Every single brawler was because it's an arcade game that is on console. So it's
Well,
just,
any game back then, right, was super hard.
No, but I mean, the problem was it was an
Fucking
arcade
Contra?
game. It was trying
Yeah.
to but
Well,
Contra's another arcade
throw
game.
on Contra,
I beat it with my dad, and I'm like, why the fuck would you give kids?
and then
Contra.
you were a man.
Yeah.
Look, that's the thing. Contra was another one of those arcade games that was meant to be really hard because they're trying to steal your quarters.
So hard.
Yeah.
It
But
was
I
hard.
paid whatever amount it was back then. I don't even know.
Anyways, Matt, what have you been
With
playing?
inflation, you were putting in
Yeah.
like $40 every time you played the game.
More Dynasty
Yeah.
Warriors? Are you done it yet,
No,
Fetch?
well, that's never gonna. It's gonna take forever because I.
Let me just inform David. He's played over 100 hours of Dynasty Warrior 8 in the last month.
Wow.
Just in a
That's a
month.
lot of
Well,
Dynasty
the
Warriors.
first week I played it from one Wednesday to the next, with working 40 hours
38
in a week.
hours or something.
I put in 33 hours.
Ridiculous.
That's
That's
with
impressive.
sleeping enough and working. Anyway, I was over 100. I finally beat all the story, but now I'm starting on the ultimate difficulty
Mm.
for some of them, and it is just ridiculously hard sometimes. No, just sometimes.
What
Like,
level are your characters?
well, I'm only using one guy because I maxed him out. I maxed his weapons. I maxed
Wait, he's
whatever.
maxed out and it's still hard?
Well, it's hard in the sense that the generals are uber powerful when you meet them at a certain point. Like, I can kill everything super quick. I can kill some generals in 2 shots just because the way the game is. Like, because I'm always on a horse. I'm never fighting anybody on the
Oh,
ground. I just run around him in a circle really fast on the horse because my horse is faster. And my guy's proficient on a horse.
Okay.
He's only attacking one side, so he's stronger.
Mm.
And so I just run around them in a circle because they're constantly blocking.
Until Lubu comes and
No,
then he
even
shits
then,
on
like,
your face.
if I jump into
Takes
a crowd
dump.
and I try to stand on the ground, they're going to swarm me, and they're all just going to start blocking. What the fuck am I going to do against 100 guys blocking in a circle around me? You just get stuck, and then some asshole comes behind you, pokes you, and takes a quarter of your health. So it's just ridiculous. So I just sit on the
Wow.
horse, I run around it, but every now and again, one of the generals will cast like a special, and it'll insta kill me. Like my health bar is from one end of my screen to the other, and then it'll just be gone. Like I'll just be dead.
So the real question is, are you actually feasibly going to finish
I've
this?
done enough level. Like, as long as I never get caught by these things, because it makes a sound. I can see them. They start sparkling.
Okay.
I can leave. Yeah, as long as I'm
We're
away.
about to set on fire.
Yeah, they just do tons of damage. Like, listen, my bar is full. Like, I'm maxed on health.
Yeah.
I'm maxed on armor. One shot, I'm dead. So, like, I
See,
just
that
gotta be
just
careful.
seems ridiculous.
Well, that's it. I just gotta be very careful. Like, I made it through an entire level once. I was gonna go kill the boss.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, well, I don't have enough guys yet. Like, I didn't kill enough regular soldiers to get an A.
Yeah.
So I go kill a couple. A general shows up. I'm just dead. I'm like, well, fuck. I gotta play
Big waste of time.
play the whole level again.
On average, how long does it take to
Like
finish one of these
15
levels?
minutes.
Okay,
maybe
that's not
more.
that bad.
Maybe
15's
more.
not that bad.
Yeah, but
No, but there's a
It's
lot.
not like it's like 40
There's
minutes.
like 10 per.
that would be demoralizing.
There's-
If it was like a 40-minute mission,
No, but look,
and then you die because you didn't get enough kills.
There's 10 levels per faction. There's 5 factions, and
So
there's
it's 50 levels?
There's 2
Yeah,
for
you have
each.
to do both.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you gotta play both, and it's different every time. And it's just like
And you have to get all the missions
No, I don't
and
have to get-
S
I
and
don't have to get S on
Oh, no, you
hard,
don't?
not on the hardest difficulty.
Okay,
I
you
can
just
play
have
them
to
on
beat it.
easy.
Okay.
But since I'm doing them, I might as well get the highest rank while doing it on ultimate.
I'm not sure what I'd rather do.
and instant kill.
Yeah, and I just instantly die. I'm like, well, fuck, gotta play it again.
What game
My
was I
God.
playing that felt exactly like that?
So in
Contra.
Another dinosaur.
the only,
game.
the,
When I
only
was
good thing,
streaming
the only good thing about it is they give you bodyguards because it's free play.
Uh-huh.
So I've got 3 playable characters that are with me, and they're just generals. So they can hold their own pretty well. So I'll just send them off, and they'll
Okay,
just do my own thing. Yeah.
Minions.
Essentially, but they have abilities like they can cast fires in certain areas that poison, or they can summon troops.
Poison.
Yeah, poison trap.
It's like, here's this drink. Please drink
Yeah,
this.
apparently.
Whoa! Let's all.
But I don't use that.
a drink here,
I
guys.
just use 3 guys that all have fire, and they can have 5 fire attacks, and it takes a good chunk of health off of everybody on
Okay.
the other team.
What do they do with their fire attacks?
I have no idea. They just fire just blazes when you use it, and they just
Do they throw it from their hands?
it just blazes. Like you're walking, it's just fire, initiate it, and then
Okay,
there's fire.
it's like that guy that has
like from
a
his
boat
body,
for a
and
weapon.
then people.
You don't
Sean,
see it.
he has a boat for a weapon, and
He
then
summons
he surfs
water.
it. Yeah, he literally
Sweet,
jumps
like-
on it, and there's water everywhere on land,
'Cause
and he just starts
It's
surfing.
Dynasty Warriors, so all the weapons are extravagant. Like one has a yo-yo.
Yeah,
Nice.
no.
Fucking throws a
This
giant
guy
yo-yo.
is carrying around a
A
canoe,
canoe.
and he's beating people up with it.
I heard you saying that.
It's
yeah.
a giant
ridiculous.
fucking silver canoe.
Yeah.
He'll throw it on the floor and surf it.
Yeah.
Like water will just come out of nowhere and just
So it's like aluminum.
yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Anyways.
All right, Dodds, what have you been playing?
After I wrote my blog about Titan
Titanfall?
failing,
Fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went back to it because I had time, and I was like, I'm gonna give this another fucking shot.
Well, you already played 6 hours of it.
So yeah, I ended up playing close to 10 hours.
Okay.
So I fired up my Xbox on, I guess it was Monday,
Uh-oh. Here it is. I can already see it.
and I get a system update.
Oh,
Oh. That took 20
like
minutes.
break this system
Well, it was like 60 megs or whatever. It was just a patch, and I'm like, okay, whatever, fucking goes through
for the Xbox or for Titanfall.
for the Xbox.
Okay.
No, for Titanfall.
Oh, so they updated it.
Yes.
What did
and
they
then
change?
I tried. It changed that I can't play the game.
What?
What they
You
update?
try to get into a lobby, and you get a dev error,
Okay.
and it says dev error. Something late player rewrite as this to mimic new player.
But how did you play another 4 hours of it then?
This was before. Like
Oh.
I played when I first got it. I played 6 hours, then I played
And
another 4 hours.
for it.
on the
Now you
weekend.
just can't play it.
Now I can't play it at all. I cannot join a server.
Can you undo the update?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't. I fucking
Well,
gave up. I said, "Fuck this
Presumably,
shit."
after an update happens, it'll be like you need the update to play online.
There's no like system restore or something.
and it's
Did
only and the game is only online. There's no single
You
player to
have
that
to-
game.
Did
Update,
you
update,
did you go on any forums to
Yeah,
find out what the
and
fuck was up?
People
Or?
were saying, "Oh well, there's a problem with the patch. We're working as hard as we can to get it fixed." And that was 2 days ago. I haven't tried since. I looked up again. People were still complaining. So I can't play the game that I fucking spent $70 on. So
Don't you hate it?
I put it up on Kijiji today for $55.
Really?
And I'm just like,
You're gonna sell it? Oh man!
yeah.
Might as well just wait a bit.
No, fuck it. I'm done.
Fuck it. You're done.
Fuck you,
hate it too
EA.
much?
Fuck you up your stupid ass. So then I went through my game catalog and I was like, what can I play? And I still have games that are sealed. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play Mass Effect because they never
Yes.
have.
Which one? Which one?
The first.
You're not gonna
Oh.
like me.
Yo, you don't like it?
I did
But see,
not.
Dodds, I'm with you. I don't like the first Mass Effect.
You
at all.
shut your fucking mouth.
The second one's very good.
The second
The
one's
second
better.
one is fantastic, but the
Well, of
first one is
course. It's
just
better.
so fucking
But it
empty.
isn't.
I hate it.
No, the second one is technically better just because it gave more story.
Mm.
But story-wise, it was actually fucking horrible.
The second one was just way more focused.
Have you played any of the Mass Effect games?
No.
He's
Oh.
pointing at David. Yes.
No,
Well, based
let
on
the
David's
record
story-
show.
look,
Saying, yeah.
Have you played any Mass Effect games?
story-wise,
David's
Mass
like,
Effect 2 didn't go anywhere. You literally did not do
Didn't
anything
they
No,
have to
you're
patch it
literally-
to change the ending?
No,
that's
that's
the
the
third
third
one.
one.
Third one.
with goodness.
I'm surprised
Thank
you haven't
God.
played any of the Mass Effects, David.
I haven't had a console in like 11 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had. Oh no, you did have a PS3, but
You
it
just need a
didn't.
PC.
Like he bought a broken one, and
I had
blah, blah, blah.
Koobs' busted one.
Yeah.
Which lasted about a week.
Oh God.
Well, because we tried to fix it. And then
Oh,
it worked
yeah.
for a
but
week.
what a week that was.
And then I had a Christmas Xbox, which had like an extended return period of like 3 months. So I had an Xbox for a while.
And then you got rid of it.
Yeah, I just don't have the time. That's
Yeah.
why mainly right now I'm just playing Android games because I can only handle quick games when I'm on the train.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, back to Dodds. Why didn't you like it?
Not big on third person.
Really? I was always a huge fan of third
Not
person
big.
over first.
And I don't like that there's no sprint unless you're in combat. That bugs the shit out of me.
I think they fixed that in the second one. You can actually run faster.
Yeah, because
all
like
the
you can
time.
run at a reasonable pace, but it's like, okay, I have to get all the way the fuck over there.
You have a charge ability.
It's like Sean.
Really?
I think
Hates
you have a
being-
charge ability.
Yeah,
Hates
but it's
having
only
to run
during
everywhere.
combat.
No, well, you target someone and then you
Yeah,
charge
but
at them.
there's no one around. I'm just like trotting
Oh, yeah.
along like an asshole.
You're supposed to look at the scenery. Enjoy the
Yeah.
video. Enjoy the video.
I liked it for like I played it for like an hour and then I just got bored.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause the beginning
And
is slow.
like the dialogue is slow as shit too.
Yeah.
And like you can't skip it, which bugs me. Like when you're having a conversation with somebody, you have to hear them out because your actions.
What was the last RPG you played?
Yeah.
Skyrim.
That that doesn't count.
That's not an RPG.
Why does
Live
that not
action.
I wouldn't count that because it's not the same as Mass Effect. It's not the same as other RPGs.
Mm.
I wouldn't count Skyrim or
Dragon
Fallout
Age?
in those
But
ages.
Skyrim is more.
Dragon Age, I would go further, closer
Yeah.
to to Mass Effect
Because
than
it is
Skyrim.
like Mass Effect.
Exactly, it's made by the same people.
Origin.
But Skyrim and Fallout, I wouldn't consider the same sort of RPG.
It's like an
It's
open.
live
It's like
action. It's different.
yeah.
No, but Mass Effect
It's
is
like a
live
GTA.
action.
It's like a GTA.
But I think that Skyrim, if we're jumping into this
That's what I'm
vote,
saying, Skyrim's
I
like
think
a
that
GTA.
Skyrim is actually more like the traditional RPG
Yeah.
than most of like Mass Effect is, for example. I mean, you think of what is the first RPG, Dungeons and Dragons? What did that do? What distinguished
Yeah,
it
that's
from
a
other
different
types
sort of RPG. When I'm
That
thinking
is an
RPG,
RPG.
I know, but it's a different type of RPG. What I'm thinking is
Hmm.
like Ni no Kuni.
Right.
Mass Effect is
Of course.
more similar to Ni no Kuni than Skyrim is.
But a lot of people argue that Ni no Kuni isn't an RPG. It's just this weird hybridized form that people call it a
Pokemon.
JRPG. But of course, but there's
Okay, well,
so little management of resources.
It was
that
just an
isn't-
example. You can use any
You're right,
JRPG.
sorry.
I'm
Going
just
off
saying
topic
Mass
there a
Effect
little
is way closer to those than Skyrim ever is.
I agree.
Because
I
it's
agree.
too open.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
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 And
So
I played
when's that type of RPG have you played?
Dragon Age, which was like a long time ago.
So
Okay.
you should be used to it.
No, but see, the thing is, when I played Dragon Age,
It's like 6
I had
years ago.
free time out the fucking yin yang.
Yeah.
Now I do not have that, and it's like, okay, this game is fun, but fuck this dialogue. Like I just want to play,
Yeah.
and
That's
I
too
don't
bad.
know.
It
It's
was-
not your type of game.
It's
Then you
because the
just can't
first
do
one
it.
was
exactly.
story building. The first one was
Yeah.
all story building.
And
It
then
is.
I watched the trailer, the teaser trailer for NHL 15.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
All right, Sean, what have you
How
been
could
playing?
they?
Before I do start playing, I think that that's an interesting proposition because I'm in a similar position as you. I've not recently, it's been about 5 months now, had to readjust my video game schedule because I'm working on top of doing 4 or 5 other things and trying to manage.
I have to
them.
say that you all just have poor time management. I've just put in 100 hours.
Yeah,
in
but you
one
don't do
month.
anything else.
I do. I go out. We go out. We have the podcast today.
Yeah.
We go out Thursdays. Fridays. We're gonna watch your hockey.
Yeah.
I'm on 3
I-
hockey teams.
Do you sleep?
I do sleep. I sleep like 6-7 hours a day, and I'm
Yeah,
still
but-
putting in 100 a month.
At any rate, so
Yes.
I've had to reevaluate the way that I play video games as well, and I actually find myself enjoying the RPG more than not more than I used to because I used to play it every day. But anyways, I find myself enjoying because I'm playing Bravely Default right now, which is a lot like a traditional Final Fantasy game.
But you can also play that on the train when you're going to work.
I do not though.
Oh, you don't? How
No.
come?
Because on the train ride in on the mornings, I'm reading a book, and on the train ride back, I'm watching Lost.
Okay.
Have you watched Lost?
Yeah, I got so disappointed.
That's what I told
Shut
him.
up! I haven't seen the end.
It's bad.
Don't say anything. I've watched the first season, and I'm
It's
enjoying it.
terrible.
That's
Stop
when everyone
watching.
liked it. The first 2 seasons. Then it just went like, you know.
but I haven't watched the end.
Dude, man, how much of it did
Just
you watch?
open.
I've only
I
ever
watched
watched
all
the
of
first
it.
season.
You're better off stopping like 3 episodes from the end.
That's exactly where I stopped, and that's exactly where I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
I just finished watching The Sopranos, and a lot of people said that the ending was horrible. I did not mind it.
It's not that it was horrible. It's just it was inconclusive.
Right, and I
Well-
feel that Lost sort of haphazardly tries to resolve something that has.
Sopranos is technically
too much.
concluded.
Is it?
He's
Have you
dead.
seen the last
He's
season?
dead.
He's not dead.
No, but he's dead.
The actor is.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
It's done.
Same with shows like Heroes. They should have ended it, but apparently they're
That's
bringing it
coming
back.
back.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
Yeah, I heard they're bringing it
Yep.
back, but not with the same actors.
Saving the cheerleader again.
Anyways.
Right, so similar to this Mass Effect thing, Bravely Default is probably about a 40-hour game, which will probably take me 3, 4, 5 months to get through.
God
Really,
God damn.
years.
A few
Years.
years.
Only years. But
It's like how you
anyways,
read the Game of Thrones books.
oh god,
Hey,
I'm done with that shit.
I got all 4 books for Christmas 2 years ago.
Yeah, and you read 2 of them in a week, and then you haven't read any of the others.
And then you threw up on the floor and decided to never read the Game of Thrones.
He
Anyways.
fell into a coma.
Anyway, so I sort of feel it's a little bit like my Saturday morning cartoons because when I was younger, I would love JRPGs, and there's still that sort of wholesomeness to them. And I feel that every time I play them, there's this meaningful progress that I'm making in them, except I don't play them that much. And so it feels like every time I play it, even if I'm just reading the encyclopedia that comes with the game or advancing the story, it still feels like a sort of world building in a weird way.
It's productive.
It is productive, but at the same time I can get where you're coming from, where if you have like a half hour one night, you don't want to be sitting and listening to Shepard talk to...
Yeah.
Did you leave
Have
my
one
shepherd?
conversation, then have to leave.
There'll be times where I'm at home, it's like, okay, it's 7 o'clock, I have to go to bed in X hours. Can I start playing Final Fantasy? No. Because I can't dedicate enough time to immerse myself
That's
in the
true.
game, and I'm going to play it for an hour, put it down, and never pick it up again.
That's too bad.
No, you can. That half an hour, you can do a lot in that half an hour. You just choose not to.
But
Well, the
what
problem is you can't. Once you're in the meat of it, then you can spend half an hour doing whatever.
Yeah.
But the first 6 hours, you literally need to be
Yeah,
playing
that's
that fairly consistently
Nah.
to get into
you
it.
could stop and come back.
Although, to go back to it, I think that if you like sci-fi, I don't really like sci-fi, except I really love the Mass Effect, and it felt like the Star Trek for me, because I never really liked Star Trek. A lot of people love it. A lot of people love
You pointed out Adam, by the way.
yeah, Adam, pointing out how forward-thinking it was. I just don't see it because I just don't watch enough sci-fi, I guess. But with Mass Effect, it had this perfect sense of you wanting to discover it. And if that sense of discovery is not there, then you don't have to force yourself through it. But I think that there is something there for you if you want to go back to it eventually. It's not a game, for example, it's not a game like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. The video game equivalent of Lost, for someone who is disappointed with the ending, to commit 40 hours to something and at the end not like it.
Yeah, but that's how you are all the time, though, Sean.
True. I have troubles finishing everything.
The entire Batman, the new one, their Origins.
Arkham Origins.
Don't play it.
Don't play it.
Don't. You're gonna break something.
Joe's trying to 100% Arkham City.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That's not bad. It's City. It's not bad.
The challenges are
Origins just don't.
fisting
Don't.
him.
Yeah.
Because it was made by Warner Brothers Montreal. They just shat on it.
Yeah.
They just fucking shat on it and just
It's not as good.
enjoy.
Point is, RPGs are good.
Yeah. Speaking of
you.
RPGs, the only thing I played this week was a little bit of Child of Light.
I'm so excited to try
It
that.
looks really
It's amazing.
It looks the graphics are amazing. It's very whimsical. It's almost like all the dialogue came out of a Dr. Seuss book.
What is it? I've heard of that.
Child of Light. It's a Ubisoft game that came out or whatever. It looks like an indie game, but it is made by Ubisoft.
Wait, you bought it for the PS4?
Yeah,
kind of like
$15.
Oh,
Final
you're
Fantasy
Ubisoft.
VI
How come you
style.
give a discount
Oh,
for that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's a download game.
So
Oh, it's download only. There's
they
no.
should just like
Download
give
only.
it to you. They should just
So
like
is it on Steam?
slash out.
Yeah, it is on Steam.
Just
Good.
came out.
Alright.
Alright.
Anyways, so yeah, it just came out last week on the 30th.
Okay.
And so basically, it's an RPG, but it's like a platformer. There's some sort of
forget it then.
no, it's a platformer RPG. Okay,
Yeah,
like it's
no, I
2D. There's
Turn-based.
some little bit of environment puzzles, but not really
Turn-based.
nothing incredible. When you get into a fight, it's turn based.
How do you turn base a platformer?
No, it
It's a
goes
battle.
into a battle
Oh,
screen,
it goes
and then
into
you
a battle,
have it's
okay.
like kind of like Paper Mario almost, just without the
I was just thinking
without the timer.
Oh,
But it feels like a cross between Final Fantasy and Grandia, the battle, because the active time battle isn't exactly like Final Fantasy, but the characters don't move. Okay, but the way the battle system
So
is,
they're
it's
just
like
like
Grandia.
Pokemon style. They shake and do a little.
No, they do an attack. They do an
Okay,
attack.
you see
But
them.
it's,
Well, they're
don't
sort of like in
move.
Final Fantasy. They're stationary. They don't
Exactly.
They don't reorder themselves on the battlefield.
but the way the active time battle works is like there's a meter at the bottom, and each individual person has a speed at which they attack.
Okay.
So the bar fills up,
Yeah.
and when you get to the action, you do your action, and then it's like just whoever gets there first
Like
attacks
Final
first.
Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
It was like a timed.
Yeah, I know, but see, once the timer hits, then you can attack. This is once it hits, you choose your action, and then it goes further again because they're getting ready for the action.
Oh.
Depending on what you do, if you attack, it has a medium speed. If you do a magic ability, it might be long or very long. So it depends.
Yeah, I remember seeing also you have an option to interrupt.
Yeah, if the person is preparing their attack and you hit them, then it interrupts them. But
Oh.
vice versa, if you're preparing your attack and get hit, then you get interrupted
So it
as well.
sounds like you should just max speed.
Yeah,
Just interrupt everything constantly.
I don't think you can't adjust your speed. Each individual person has their own
There's
special
no like
speed
items
limit.
and stuff.
What you can do is slow down enemies
Oh.
because you have this like little fairy thing that follows you around. But it's like
Pixie?
a firefly.
You have
Basically.
you have things that you can collect in battle.
Yeah, it gives you health or like.
Aren't you also a fairy? Or
No,
what kind
you're
of-
like you are a princess or a duchess or
Oh
something
my.
like that, like a
I always
kid
wanted to be a princess.
from Earth. Okay, from I think it was like Austria or something like that, and you get
They don't
pulled
have
into this other
princesses.
world, like a duchess or I don't know. Anyways, you get pulled into this other world. Okay, where and like in Lumeria or something like that, and you're like not really a fairy, but you get wings eventually, and you can fly around and stuff.
Who made this?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good, and it like the dialogue's really good. The music is fantastic,
Well, it's Ubisoft.
but it's like I said, it's very whimsical. It's very the dialogue is trying to be kind of funny. It's like Brandon's type of humor kind of thing, and it's like it just seems like a Dr. Seuss book, and it's actually very well done.
That's good.
And I'm looking forward to playing more of it.
Looks really good.
Anyways, on to some discussions. Nintendo released their sales figures for the fiscal year
Oh boy.
that ended just this March. They have lost $457 million.
Jesus
That's it?
Christ.
Wait, that's it?
$457 million? Yeah.
Oh boy.
They haven't made anything.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's so
But
bad.
Sean was reading somewhere. This is probably a gross exaggeration, though. Apparently, they can lose that sort of money for like the next 20 years. But I'm pretty sure maybe not the next 20 years.
Well,
But
yeah, to be bankrupt, maybe like that. The
Of
whole
course, but
company's
20
finished.
years is
Yeah.
a long time to turn your company
Well,
around,
for the
right?
past like 10 years, they've had a license to print money.
Yeah.
with the
Now they're
Wii,
just-
but now not as much. It was only with the first couple of years of the Wii.
Now it's all about the.
Yeah, but now I got like okay, so the Wii
3DS.
actually doesn't have that terrible of an install base, even though like the PS4 and the Xbox One have passed it in the 1 year. It has 6 million units sold.
Not bad.
Not bad, but within that, so
This year?
no, in total,
This year was at
But-
1 million units.
2.7. But the thing is, they only have 18 million units of software sold, which is
Wait, they sold 2.7
Well, within-
million this year.
Huh?
They've sold
2.7 million.
and they've
Sold 6 million total.
in total. So the past
33%.
how many years?
It was only out for 2 years, no?
The Wii?
The Wii's
The Wii
been out
U.
for
The
long.
Wii U.
Oh, the Wii U. I
it's
thought you
just
meant
the
the
Wii
Wii. I thought you.
No, the Wii is like over 100 million.
Okay,
man.
okay.
The
Yeah.
Wii
I was
did
gonna say,
very
I'm like,
well.
that's not possible.
No,
Everyone
the
has
Wii
one.
U. Over
Best
the
Buy,
last
man,
year,
that was scary.
It's
People
like
would come in for that
$100
shit. Couldn't
Yeah.
stop. Yeah, it's exactly the sell for
$99.
which is funny actually, because some Wii games sell more than the Wii U counterparts. But- Anyways, but now the 3DS has 43 million units sold, which is
Jesus.
pretty good. They sold 12 million in the last year.
Did you have the 2DS?
I think that's included.
Is it?
I think it's all part of the same thing.
But it's not the same.
Anyways, like what the fuck's Nintendo doing? Like after these sort of figures, why don't they just change management? Like seriously, like I don't mind Iwata, but he's like
Did he take a
he's
massive pay
old
cut?
school. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much money he fucking doesn't make. It matters what he's doing to the company. I mean, if he's not actually leading it in a
Because he doesn't
proper
wanna change
direction, that's the problem with Japanese people. They don't
They don't
fucking
wanna-
want to change.
Well, they don't
Well,
want
that's
that.
not true. Look at Sony,
Yeah, Sony. But see, the thing
which
is,
are
they're
Japanese.
they are but see, they're more expanded globally. We were talking about this last week.
They've been integrated into
Exactly,
the-
where Nintendo is still a
North
very
America.
largely Japanese company.
It's a very It's a very Japanese.
Was I
based-
here last week? I don't remember this.
Yes, you
conversation.
were. I remember bringing some stuff up. Sony announced all the indie titles I
Yes.
brought up, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you said they're becoming. It's funny how the PS3 and the PS4 is like drastically different. In this,
Yes.
and then they're becoming more westernized.
Yes.
They're becoming more
We
Well,
don't
global.
do
global.
that.
There's
I said
global.
Western, you said global.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
see, we had this conversation.
Yes, we
Right.
did. But anyways, yeah, it's something like Nintendo. Like, why don't they just change their fucking structure?
Let's jump into this for a second. Let's actually suggest some ways how they could change their structure. What would they do, in your opinion, to...
Well, see, the thing is, Sony has actually changed leadership a number of times over the last 10 years. Nintendo has not.
Really, huh?
No.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft fucking changes their head of shit all the time. They literally just changed it, not even within the last year.
That's an also.
But Nintendo just doesn't change.
No.
Okay, so the Wii came out and it was incredibly successful. And now, not so much.
The Wii U. Because I think a lot of people didn't know what the difference was between the Wii and the Wii U.
Yeah, they just
should've
copied. They
changed
just.
Yeah, that was a very
It
bad...
was just the Wii Plus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not really a whole new console.
The problem is consumers were confused, especially since most of their target user base was...
Children.
No, they're casual people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you sell 100 million people. You sell 100 million units, all mostly like 60 to 70% catered to casual people, and then you release something that has almost the same name. Most people thought it was an add-on.
Yeah.
And they thought that the controller was just an extension that you just buy the controller and it works with your Wii.
Yeah, it was very poorly marketed.
I sort of feel that I don't know. They should sort of bow out from the home consoles. They have a complete monopoly over the handheld.
Handhelds, yeah.
Pretty well a monopoly, and then they could just sort of focus on that. Sort of reintegrate this feeling of like third party support, which is kind of exists as a community on the handhelds, and then just sort of reevaluate what it is that they want to do with their home consoles. Do they want to make it more like current generation PS4, Xbox One? Do they want to make it different? And if they're going to make it different, they can't be martyrs. They can't constantly release like the gamepad, for example. What is that doing? People don't understand what it's for. It's so expensive. It's an expensive piece of hardware.
Yeah.
I think a new console is the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is they can't just release one now when this one came out 2 years ago.
They're gonna have to do damage control.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Yeah.
what they don't want to do. Ideally, they would just let this bleed like the GameCube did, and then try and release another hit in another few years. But we've talked about that
Shenmue
before.
3.
And like
I don't know. I think handheld's completely separate from.
Yeah, no, But when did the 3DS come out? Like 3-4 years ago?
Something like that, I guess.
I don't know.
the gaming industry slowly gonna start shifting towards VR now, though. Like that's the next big thing, right?
Yeah.
Can you picture Nintendo jumping on that bandwagon? Because I can't.
They'll
I
win.
can.
They'll
Because
win.
They've done the Virtual Boy, right? They're always trying to do the new thing, right? They have the fucking touch screens, all their like the second screen built into their system instead of it being an extra thing. Like the PS4 and the Xbox One, you need an extra tablet to get it to work on the Xbox One. You need a PS Vita to make it work on the PS4, whereas the Wii U just has it.
But the PS4 and the Xbox One have the benefit of their blockbuster titles like Call of Duty and Battlefield and all
Well,
those.
Nintendo has the same thing. I mean,
Yes,
they have
but
Mario
they're
and
shit.
Zelda. not any of the first party ones.
Mm.
The only problem is they don't have any third party ones.
Exactly. They have no third-party support. I was thinking it would be interesting if they were able to license out on the home consoles their intellectual properties. That would make them money, right? For every Call of Duty that is released, they could release the Zelda, right?
Yeah.
The Zelda can come out for the 360 or whatever.
I'm buying that, by the way.
Never gonna happen.
Zelda Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah.
I'm definitely buying that.
There you go. That's interesting.
Yeah, you just put 100 and something hours into
Oh,
the
yeah, I
normal
wanna play the
Dynasty Warriors.
shit out of that.
Everybody does.
So why don't they do
Zelda
more
Dynasty
of
Warriors.
that? Sort of,
Well,
they'd
maybe,
have to control.
maybe they're starting now.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That's probably a direction that I could see. So third parties who are using their intellectual properties.
Okay, before we get into the trailers of the week, which there are two, one Dodds just wants to rant about, the other one actually Dodds can rant about both. Did you
I
guys see
can rant
that?
about anything. That's my
You see
job.
that Shaq-Fu
No.
sequel?
What?
I heard
It's
about
on
it.
Kickstarter because Shaq wants to make another Shaq-Fu.
He doesn't have enough money to make his own
He
movie.
does.
Shaq?
That's what I'm saying.
Why is he
Shaq-
got money out
It
the
was
ass?
Why is he
he
on
was being
Kickstarter?
sarcastic
Oh.
for
Why
one.
is he on Kickstarter?
He's on Kickstarter
asking for money
because
when he's a fucking billionaire.
he's not on Kickstarter, it's on Indiegogo, but it's the same thing. Anyways, it's basically, see, a lot of people were complaining about that because it's
Fucking
like, doesn't
pay for
have
your
enough
own
money.
movie.
Well, the same
Yeah.
thing with Zach Braff when he tried to make his movie.
Now look, the thing is, he was trying, if you actually went into it and looked at the thing, it was trying to gauge, like, popular opinion. Like, if he can't even raise a little bit of money to make the game, no one's going to buy the game. What's the point? Like, what is the point of putting his own money in a game no one wants to buy? So he raised $400,000, which is a fairly
Right,
fair
what
amount
is
of
he
money.
giving?
No,
If
not
he
for
gave
game.
good
That's
stuff,
the only reason I'm bringing it up is
Then I would
because
good.
one of them, $35,000, he will personally come to your house and DJ a house party for you.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
Did
Wait,
someone?
Yes, someone paid
so
for
for
it.
$3,500.
$35,000.
Well,
Sorry.
35,000.
Yes.
Shit.
He's not looking for
No.
a video. He's looking like any athlete. He's looking for sponsorship.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, when you go into it, because they had a statement, the developer had a statement, it's like, look, we're looking for popular opinion. If you want this game, support us. But this is only like 20% of the budget. Like,
Yeah.
Shaq is going to be putting in the rest of the 80% of the budget.
So wait, how much? If they made $400,000, how much is he going to put in? 80% more?
80% more.
How much is this game going to be worth? Like, what the hell are
A
they
few
going to
million
make?
dollars. Games. You know,
I know.
You
I know
how
how
much
much.
EA and
But
Ubisoft
what kind
spend
of
on
game is
games?
this? This is a Shaq-Fu
It's a
game.
fighting
Not
game.
to mention
It's
It's
a
like
Shaq-Fu
Charles
game.
Barkley. You don't want to beat Charles Barkley
You know how many?
fighting Shaq?
This isn't going to be a Final Fantasy.
Anyways,
or
it's just
Ubisoft
funny. It's
made
just
game.
funny. That's
That's
all.
worth
Developing
$10 million.
I can't remember.
You know how many dude bro gamers are gonna buy that shit?
Yeah.
It's like the
It's
same people who
hilarious.
fucking bought what was it? That stupid like celebrity deathmatch style game.
Oh, yeah, Celebrity Deathmatch. That's what it's
Not-
called.
Is that a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a show.
That was a show, but it was a game too.
That and
with the
game.
claymation
Def-
fighting.
Def Jam.
Def Jam.
But that was fun. Def Jam
Yeah,
was good.
Sean
It's
liked
gonna be the
Def
same
Jam.
I
thing.
like Def Jam.
Yeah, either way, I only bring it up. Apparently, I never played the original, but apparently it was complete garbage.
It
But
was
it's like a cult
awful.
classic.
I actually,
It's terrible.
I remember liking it, but it's probably because it was
You were
terrible.
young,
and
I
you
was
were-
young and I
Yeah.
didn't have anything
No,
to compare it
we
to.
had no knowledge.
Anyways, it's just weird that like people are complaining. It's like, yeah, doesn't he have enough money? But he's just trying to see if anyone wants to buy. He's gonna put way more money into it than he's getting.
I'll say only if the prizes are good is it worth the money.
But that was pretty funny though. I mean, the only reason really that I brought it up was because if you spend that much money, he will come DJ your
That's not bad.
house.
Is
How
he a
much?
good
How
DJ?
much money? I
$35,000.
That's a lot for a
He's
DJ.
tall too. He's in that movie that he played in.
Shaq-Fu.
No, the grown-ups too.
Uh,
Fucking giant.
Shazam.
I
Yeah.
actually saw Shaq over the weekend. There's this like
Starbucks.
no, I didn't see him personally, but he's in it. He played a cameo in this like it's on BET. It's like it's the equivalent of they're actors who play themselves. That kind of
Real
show. I don't
a
know.
reality
Okay.
show.
I don't know.
A sitcom.
I don't. Anyways, it's maybe like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but on BET. And anyway, Shaq was
How
in
does
it.
he
and he's like,
look? I bet he looks so old now.
No, he looks.
No.
He looks fine.
well, because he's
That's
still
fine.
bald. So
Well, that's
I
it.
don't know
Grown-ups
if
too. You didn't see it?
Grown Ups too, maybe.
He's
Yeah,
in
it's
that
Adam
new.
Sandler's
He's in
is
that
in.
new Adam
Adam
Sandler
Sandler.
movie too.
That's what I'm saying.
Adam Sandler still makes movies.
Religiously,
Yeah.
I have to see it.
He's making
Grown-ups
a
too.
one with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, and Shaq's in that, along with that Terry Crews.
You know what the movie's
Dancing
about?
Yo, I love
Nichols.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is going to be the new host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, really?
Possibly.
Wow.
Really?
But
Ridiculous.
that's one bad thing about having Shaq at your party. If all the girls just go to him because he's a fucking giant.
Well, he's gonna have sex with like 40
He
or 50
could.
women.
Apparently-
Behind the DJ booth while he's DJing.
He just puts it on auto and
You know, it's just going to be his iPod. Just going.
yeah, exactly.
Still funny though.
And I'll walk around eating your food. And then
Well, he'll eat all of it. He's pretty big.
No, but there were other ones like you can have dinner with him or whatever. There was one night I think it was like you can go like host some like NBA thing or whatever with him. Yeah,
What?
ridiculous.
how does he even have the rights to do something?
Oh,
like
you
that?
can. One of them
Because
was
it's
you can play basketball with him
Oh my
in
god.
his, at his own court in his house.
Wow.
That's-
Yeah.
He would destroy you.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. You get to go to Shaq's house
Every
and play
time you throw the
basketball.
ball, smack
Right in your face.
Just
For
go
how
play. You
much?
just run through his legs.
I can't. I don't know the price. I just saw the
Probably
listing.
like $5,000.
That is more than the DJ.
Well,
No, I would think that was less.
Yeah, since you're going to his house instead of him having
He
to go
doesn't
to
have to do
yours.
anything. Yeah.
He's just to beat you at basketball. Yeah. Anyways, so on to the trailers. Yes, Dodds. Yes. So there's the teaser for NHL, but what? Like
How is that
I
possible?
have
It's not done
researched
yet.
this.
they never even showed anything
The
of the
series
gameplay.
isn't done
there's,
yet.
There's fucking features.
How's it possible?
No, for NHL 15.
Yeah.
Overview
Don't
of
they
the
go
game
with
enhancements
2014?
for the
That was already
PS4 and
released.
Xbox One.
Mhm.
12-player NHL collision physics. Don't care. Real
Sorry,
puck
what?
physics. 12-player NHL collision physics.
Does
How
that
does
mean
that
12
even
people
mean?
can collide at
Well,
once?
because there's 12 people on the ice,
Yeah.
and they're trying to make them colliding more realistic.
Okay, well that's good because the fucking checking is a garbage piece of
They
shit.
promise a lot, and if they deliver, this will be a good game.
Yeah.
But I do not trust them to deliver.
Either
Because other
way,
things they focused on.
I'm still gonna buy it for PS4 because I need a hockey game.
Then I will play it at your house. The main talking points of this game are authentic player and equipment models. Who gives a shit? Unprecedented player likeness. Who gives a shit?
This is all the same-
Authentic arenas. Who gives a shit?
Wait,
It's supposed to be a
arenas weren't
simulation,
authentic
that's all.
before?
Wait, so how?
New commentary team, which I'm okay with.
Just
Just
This-
Ray Ferraro's going to
Just
be...
put
Oh, really?
hold
Ray
on.
Ray
Ferraro?
Ferraro in real time. They're
No.
going to have him between the benches in the game.
You should
Wow.
be able to switch it to French and have Pierre Hood.
Yeah, but
That would be amazing.
it's going to be Doc Emmerich, Ray Ferraro, and Eddie Olczyk.
Okay.
The thing about
And-
sports games is you can claim the same things year after year
Exactly.
because it's just always the same
And
thing.
they're
Yeah.
claiming to have improved AI and better puck physics and better skill stick. But I'll believe it when I see it because they've been promising that. For
That does sound like
As long as they
every
fix the
other-
skating, I hated the skating in the new one.
Yeah, and
Stupid real physics.
like they put all their
Makes
focus. Like
it so shitty.
living crowds is one of their talking points.
That's cool though.
yeah, but I don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter. It makes it look nice.
I want gameplay. That's what I want.
It's almost
I want
like,
when I'm at the point with the goddamn puck. I want my center battling the defenseman in front of the net so I can take a shot and score a fucking goal. Not some guy banging on the glass and cheering
So
for
I
me.
agree.
Look at that guy in the background. He
Yeah, he is right.
Like, oh,
No.
I'm so glad I spent $70 on this game to
No.
watch a simulated crowd member fucking bang on the glass.
It's the
He
same
starts
with
flipping you off.
it's the same with Assassin's Creed 3. It looked fucking gorgeous, but then there's just a fucking shit game.
Exactly.
That's how you cover it up, right? Here's some prettiness. Enjoy it. Look at it.
I'll
It's
still
nice.
pick it up because I don't have a hockey game for PS4.
You have soccer.
You're right.
I
I'd
got rid of
rather
it.
the audience be a wallpaper.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's
No,
like Super Nintendo.
The old Super
NHL.
Nintendo ones where they would just move up and down with their
Yeah.
arms going
And
up.
maybe
Two
Yeah.
different
Just-
sprites.
yeah, exactly.
Just maybe get some NHL players to like help you design this game. Because after playing NHL 14, it's clear that they didn't get any expert opinion from NHL players on how the fuck that game is supposed to be played.
Mm.
You like all the Call of Duties where they get military experts to show them how.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
segues nicely into the Call of Duty. Did you guys see the trailer?
No.
I did.
You didn't see the trailer, Matt?
No, I don't
for
care for Call
Advanced
of Duty anymore.
Fighter or
Advanced
Warfare?
Kevin
Because
Spacey
Warfighter is the
going
Ghost
to be-
Recon,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Wait, what is this? A movie?
No,
No, no, no.
It's a new game they're coming out with for the.
How
for
is
next
Kevin
gen.
Spacey going to be in
Kevin
it?
Spacey is going to be the main villain and
Yeah.
or
Boss.
But what about Ghost?
No, this is in the future. It's like 2059 or something.
Oh, so it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with any of the guys from.
No, it's
I was-
following like the Black Ops, I think.
No, I don't know.
No,
But it looks
Sledgehammer is developing it,
okay.
but I don't know.
But they're all wearing exoskeleton suits, and it looks
Yeah.
exactly like that Tom Cruise movie
Oh.
that's coming out. You know that Tom Cruise movie where he keeps dying and coming
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
No.
No.
You didn't see a
You
preview
didn't
for
see
that?
that?
Isn't that Oblivion?
No,
No.
there's a new.
There's a movie. Basically,
thinking of Elysium.
they're fighting a war with aliens, but every
That was
single
a
time
terrible movie.
they're fighting a war with aliens,
And
and
there's
every
some
single
girl.
time he dies, he basically gets back to the basic training, and so basically he has to
Learn how
to fight. It's like Groundhog's Day, but over the course of like a couple of months,
And also
Or no,
some
a
couple
week.
of names.
But there's a
Sergeant
girl
Groundhog
showing him
Day.
how to fight, and she's in the same boat as him.
and she's the one. Yeah, it used to happen to her, and now it's happening to him, and she's the only one that knows.
Because they're the only two that can save the world.
Yeah.
I already want to see this movie.
It looks kind of interesting.
was
If it wasn't, no, but I'm serious. It looks interesting. If it wasn't Tom Cruise, I would be more inclined
I
to
like
watch
Tom
it.
Cruise.
I would like to see a movie where they show Tom Cruise's actual height compared to everybody
Because
else.
he's like 5'7".
Yeah.
Well, then they'd have
No,
to
he's
cast
shorter than
children.
You ever watch Craig Ferguson's show?
Yeah.
He has a stool behind his bench.
Yeah. For Tom Cruise.
In case Tom Cruise ever shows up, I have the stool, and he gives it to all the girls so they can put their feet on it.
He
That's
won't, though,
hilarious.
because he's a Scientologist, Tom Cruise. And he will
Yeah.
never go on Craig Cruise.
I did not know Jason Lee was a Scientologist. I lost so much respect for
What?
Jason
Yeah,
Lee.
Oh, that's so
There's a lot of
weird.
people that were Scientologists.
It's so disappointing because I love Jason Lee, and now he's just a.
It's
big
a lot
piece
of
shit.
actors. A lot
Well,
of actors.
His beliefs should be separate from him
No,
acting. Right?
that's
Doesn't matter.
that makes him stupid.
No, it completely changes my entire opinion of him.
But why?
Because he's a fucking Scientologist.
So? Has it
We're all
affected
gonna
the
get
quality
murdered
of his
now, by the
acting?
way.
Scientology is the most hilarious thing ever. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone inside their? I went to
What
New York.
sort of-
Have you?
Yeah, we were at New York once, and they have
At New York?
their main place where they.
Like a
And now you're a Manchurian
No,
candidate.
but we just go in
Now
there.
we're going to say Scientology. You're going to set up and stab Adam.
We just ask them a bunch of questions, and it's hilarious. 'Cause
Ridiculous.
they're really into it. They're like,
Of
really?
course, they're religious.
I have more respect for Tom Cruise now that he's like admitted to being a Scientologist.
Admitted?
Tom Cruise.
I said Jason Lee.
Yeah,
Wait, Tom
mentioning
Cruise,
other.
Jason Lee.
I'm mentioning other Scientologists.
Okay.
But Tom Cruise has been—he's the leader of it almost.
Yeah, I know.
Practically.
And ever since I knew that he was a Scientologist,
How do you
I
have
have
more
more-
respect for him?
because if you have the nerve to admit to that, it's like-
That's true. It is pretty
It's
crazy.
going on
Well-
live TV. I'm a crazy person.
So, Dodds, are you going to pick up the new Call of Duty?
No.
No, not even?
I am done.
He says that now until Call of Duty comes out.
So the only reason I bought Ghost is because my brother pre-ordered it for me, and I thought he was going to buy it for me, but then he quit EB, and then he forgot about it. And I got a
Oh.
phone call.
Uh,
Yeah, your game's in. I'm like, oh, okay.
You motherfucker.
See how easily he is persuaded to get Call of Duty? If that happens again, or it's just like in front of you at a store, you're like,
When
okay.
it comes out, just call me. Hey, there's a Call of Duty game, but if he does,
You know what's kind of funny though? It actually, when I was
You don't
watching the
work at
trailer,
EB.
I'm like, oh, this looks a little bit like Titanfall because now they have suits and they can like jump.
Yeah.
There's like weird
It
jumping
looks
mechanics.
cool though.
It does look, but it looks a lot like
Any
Ghost
other
Recon,
Call of Duty?
they're just
No,
adding more
well,
physics to it.
But I don't think I've ever had anything wrong. I was telling this to Adam before. I don't think I've ever had anything wrong with the single player for Call of Duty games. They were always
They're so fun.
Black Ops.
They are fun.
Black Ops was actually a genuinely fun. It felt like a blockbuster movie. And then
Yeah.
like after I was done, I'm like, this was a really good time.
That's what I said. Like even Modern
That shit blew my
Warfare.
mind.
It did.
At the end, I was like, I know what's about to happen.
But yeah, like, and the fact that it has like these like that has Hollywood casts and
Yeah.
it's nice. It feels.
I love the single players, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend $70 to play 10 hours.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Why not? You played over and over again. I don't know how many
Oh,
times I played
oh
Modern
God.
Warfare, Call of Duty 4,
Really.
over and over again.
Actually,
That sniper
So much
scene was
fun.
pretty cool though.
I own every
Well,
single Call of Duty game.
The best
Really?
level was the sniper level.
Yeah.
When you had to sneak through the brushes, I literally just kill everybody. I don't even
Oh
do
yeah,
it anymore.
yeah. There's no point.
That
But it's
sounds
hard
like
because there's
Assassin's
tanks shooting at you, and you're still trying to go through the brushes. You can go stealth, or you can go
Fuck,
full
and you have
action.
to like look for their fucking shine.
Yeah,
Yeah, except in the new ones, you have like heartbeat sensors and shit. And it's just
still, it was so much fun. Then they made Ghost. I'm like, really?
yeah.
Ghost was awesome. It's like Ghost died, but he's so awesome. He's got the mask.
That's another thing. They toy
Fucking
with your
amazing.
emotions. God damn it! It's like, I'm so attached to this polygonal character.
Hey, no, they're better than that now. They're multi-polygon.
Yeah. I just get sad. But then you get it's always ultimate revenge at the end of the game.
Yes,
That's
of
the
course.
best part.
Because it's American, right?
Yeah.
It's America.
I think it was Modern Warfare 3.
fun.
You like hunt the guy down, you're fighting him on a rooftop, and then like it's glass, and you just killed your like best friend, and then you fucking punch through the glass and you grab a wire and wrap it around his throat,
Wow.
and then drop down through the glass ceiling, and you're just fucking lying there like destroyed, and he's just swinging in front of you.
All the
And then you just pull a cigar out, light it up, and you're just like, fuck.
Well, which one was it when you were in the helicopter and then the nuke goes off in the city and then like the helicopter lands and you're playing the guy as he's stumbling out?
Yeah.
That might be the beginning of Modern Warfare 3.
That was it. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
I
like
remember
the best
that
scene
sequence.
ever because then you know like this asshole just killed all your guys and this guy was so amazing that you were playing,
Yeah.
and then you get to be other guys that go hunt him down and kill him.
Yeah,
Side
so much
note.
satisfaction.
Is Seth Green one of the voices in Mass Effect?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he is Joker,
Yes.
and he is a Joker.
Apparently, he mad libs a lot of his lines on that.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about
Ad-libs,
Seth Green. I feel like he's just an
ad-libs.
asshole. They're just like, here's the script, and he's like,
Fuck
fuck the
that.
script. Well, that's well and fine, but there's a character you need to be acting as.
But he did. He played it so well.
Did he?
It's like
Yeah.
an entourage.
That was terrible.
Why are you so
It
angry?
was the best.
I don't-
Joker
I don't
was
like Seth
amazing.
Green. I
I
don't like
love.
Seth Green. I don't like Kevin Spade.
I thought you were going to say Kevin Spacey. I was like, whoa.
Wow, Kevin Spacey's
Wow.
awesome. I don't like Kevin Spade. You just have
Which
that
one's Kevin
jerk
Spade?
face about him.
David Spade?
David Spade.
David
Kevin Spade is that a real
Spade, yeah.
person that I just made up?
You
Fuck that guy
mishmashed
too.
Yeah.
But
two people
Fuck that guy.
together.
Yeah.
All right. Normally, at this point, we have a question. And
I have a question.
Always.
Wait,
with a
didn't
question.
you have something else that you wanted to?
That was his.
Oh, I had a story, but I could tell it's not relevant.
Okay,
Well, it's about gaming. But
But you just change whatever it was. Oh, it is about gaming. If it was about hockey, you just change it from hockey to gaming.
No, it's because like what I've
Let's say
been
that.
shamelessly self-promoting my blog on Facebook,
Your
and my
individual
brother's been
posts.
shamelessly promoting it for me.
There you go.
Like I actually texted him, I was like, "Yo, share my blog,"
That's what you got to do.
and then a couple of his friends added me on Facebook, and they were like, "Yo, man, like I know you like Halo 3s. Like I do custom games every Wednesday.
Oh shit!
Join up with this Facebook group." It's like,
Yo.
okay, too bad I do the podcast on Wednesday, but anyway. And then he sent me a message like, "Yeah, this is my gamer tag," and it was this guy I used to play Halo 3 with like 5 years ago, and I never knew his real name.
Oh,
Oh well.
It's
What are
like,
the odds of that?
and he's fucking good. Like he has like montages on YouTube and shit.
Uh,
I was like, holy shit, it's you! Like I was freaking
what the
out.
fuck?
Like I used to play with you all the time, and I just
Small
watch
world.
him destroy everybody.
That
Holy
is a
shit.
small world. That's kind of fun.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because he was friends with my brother's friends who I used to play with, and like he would join a lobby, and then we became friends, and we played
Okay.
together. Now I know who he is.
Wow.
That's my story.
all right. So, question of the day.
Yes, question of the week.
In the week,
We'll top the question of the day.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
This is purely for my own self.
Micro macro management.
Nope. I'm not going to confuse Adam this week with it. Meso management. No, sorry.
Bringing new ones in.
Which is a real thing. It's in my thesis.
Look it up later.
Anyway, sorry. What is everyone's favorite JRPG?
Secret of
Particularly
Mana, but that's not
topical.
even a JRPG.
Isn't it?
I wouldn't consider that.
Is
It's
it
more
Mana?
like Secret of Mana. It's more like an action RPG. It's more like the old Zelda games,
Yeah.
which is not a JRPG.
No, I could whatever. That's fine. I was ideally thinking something turn-based, but it could be action.
Exactly. That's why I would say turn-based, right?
Just trying to make you say Final Fantasy Tactics.
No,
But that's not even a JRPG.
No,
No,
that's
I
a
would. Yeah, you're
strategy
right, that wouldn't
RPG.
qualify.
Strategy RPG.
I don't even know
J
what,
strategy RPG.
The difference.
I'll go with Suikoden
I don't know
2.
what constitutes a.
I'd probably go with Final Fantasy VIII.
Anything
Apparently, I
made
haven't
by
really played too
Japanese.
many of them that I wouldn't
Anything
regard
made by
higher
Japan.
than Final Fantasy VIII
I have
Wow.
no idea.
8? Really? 8
I love
good.
it.
Final Fantasy.
8
because
was
of the
good.
card game.
Yeah.
The card game was really good.
I remember losing all of my cards to one person with it, and then like
It's
he just
probably-
had my cards, and he was just an asshole.
It's one
I
of
was
those-
saving the world, and you had my fucking cards. It was really upsetting.
It's
You
like one
can't
of those.
start playing it until later in the game when you get
Yeah.
No, but it's probably because like he kept losing, and he's like, I have to beat this guy, and then he just played him for like an hour or two and lost all his cards.
I
You had
lose
a-
all my cards.
That's my problem in Red Dead.
Yeah.
Just keep playing poker, and it's like, fuck, I lost. Blow the guy away.
Take your money back.
Yeah, we don't get all your money back. It's just like the hookers in GTA.
That's so stupid. They literally just.
I saw you take that money.
Where did it go?
She hid it in a
They
corpse.
eat it.
Yeah.
They eat it.
She
So-
burnt it.
Okay, so Final Fantasy VIII.
8.
Why? And why hasn't anything
Squall.
beaten it?
Zell?
Squall is the best. I like the characters in it.
Bernoa?
The card game was the best. It's the most memorable I have of that.
Cinematics were epic.
Sorry?
Yeah, cinematics are pretty epic.
The cinematics were really good.
Music.
I just remember playing that, like, it was easily one of the first ones that I did play. So, like, you know, all that Matra is like your favorite one is the first one.
Yeah.
And
That was the first
like,
one I beat.
I never actually beat it. I played it like 3 or 4 times, and I always got to the second disc and never continued. But I'm like, I could probably think of another one, but off the top of my head, I would go with Final Fantasy VIII.
I really liked how it was in like sort of a seemingly modern setting. Also, that was kind of nice
Mhm.
and uncommon. I think for a lot of RPGs. David.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Well, let the battles be good.
Whatever.
No, they're not competing.
I'm going to go for
Yeah.
9 just to piss everyone.
That is
Not
your
No,
favorite, no?
no.
Not just because like it was a game changer game that completely changed the way we play RPGs.
No? You're right.
I committed so many hours to that game, like well over 300 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah. And before that game, I was 100% French Canadian, and that game taught
Wait,
me.
really?
Yeah,
It taught you how to speak Japanese.
it taught me how to speak English. Just
Wow.
I didn't know you were like super French at one point.
for the first part of my life, I was French.
Yeah, but
Only French.
in elementary school, you weren't super French.
I was playing Final Fantasy before elementary school, though.
Okay, sorry.
Like,
Wow.
I learned how to speak English because of Final Fantasy VII, just
Okay.
from all the
Jeez.
lecture that was involved.
That reminds me of that Castle episode with that Asian guy doing infomercials. Like, when I come to America, I didn't know how to speak English. I learned English with a VHS copy of Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
But it turns out he's not even Japanese.
he's not even
from,
Japanese.
like fucking
Yeah, he's not even
North
Asian.
Dakota or
Yeah, no,
something.
it's like no one's gonna buy a shitty real estate thing from some guy from like Orange County.
Oh my God.
But yeah, awesome game.
Wow. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII.
Taught you English.
Runner-up Grandia, honestly.
Oh yeah, Grandy is really good. I was actually
Such an amazing game.
The
Talking
first
about
Grandia.
The first Grandia. I never played the second one.
I think I have the third
Really?
one.
Yeah.
I played
I own the
most
third
of the
one, I
second
think.
one. But it was a shoddy port for the PlayStation 2, and it had very, very, very poor frame rate issues. So,
Okay.
yeah. Well, that's
But
cool.
yeah, it's a solid one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I got a few. Secret of Mana.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider
Lunar?
that a JRPG.
Lunar,
Lunar, yeah,
counts.
easily.
Lunar was pretty good.
Yeah.
And what is it? Suikoden 2.
Suikoden.
Chrono Trigger. Why didn't
Chrono
we ever
Trigger.
think of fucking that? That is a
Chrono
fucking
Trigger.
classic and a half.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, it
Even
felt
Chrono
a lot
Cross
like-
wasn't that bad. I should probably play that again because I remember getting to the point where you're the cat and then getting lost. But this was like 15 years ago, so I'm pretty sure I'd be able to play it a lot
Yeah.
better now.
I think that a lot of people didn't like Chrono Cross.
It still got a 10 on GameSpot back in the day.
Oh, for sure. I would want to go back to it. I just think that it's too dark. Because
Well,
you,
there's a
you
lot
don't
of
know anything about the plot, do you?
there's a lot of time travel stuff that you
I
just
can't remember the plot.
Because there
Can't
are there's several
Is that
endings.
the one where you're dating?
No,
Where you go out on dates?
I don't think so.
I don't know about that. It's a very oppressive.
Well, it's not really dating.
Have you
you're-
played Chrono Trigger
I
before?
have not. I have seen, actually, funny story. We rented a cottage to go up north like years ago for New Year's. There was like 10 of us. And Derek Mader brought his laptop, but he had a Chrono Trigger emulator on it.
Oh, shit.
And that's what
Yeah.
Coops did all week.
Played Chrono Trigger.
Playing Chrono Trigger.
That
Hilarious.
sounds like Coobs.
Yeah.
If Coobs is listening to this. then-
there's a lot of
Which
medieval
is.
style
yeah.
scenarios.
Well, like Chrono Trigger played a lot like the earlier Star Treks. Very lighthearted.
Star
There was
Trek.
this Star Treks. Having not watched them as a working analog,
that's a
or
great
analogy.
comparison.
Yeah,
then.
Makes
but
sense.
it was whimsical. There was a whimsicalness to it, and Chrono Cross was very deadly serious. And there were several endings to Chrono Trigger, and the one that's canon in Chrono Cross is the worst one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Earthbound. Is that Japanese?
Yes.
Oh,
And that is
so
a
good.
JRPG.
That was really
Very
really
transcendental in a lot of ways, just because
Yes.
it's a lot like Metal Gear Solid. It's a Japanese person who loves the very worldly. Mother is based off of a John
He has
Lennon
a
song.
he has
so-
a yo-yo.
Yeah, he does have a yo-yo. That is his weapon of choice.
But it takes place in small town
That's
America, right? So it's got this.
that's not American.
It does. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
this American.
Really?
Yeah,
Dodds.
it's supposed to be. Yeah.
I haven't played enough.
You haven't played any.
You probably play them. You just don't know.
I have a terrible memory. Years of binge drinking has destroyed my brain.
Bah.
Sean, you never actually answered your own question.
I haven't. Because I was
Stole
thinking,
all the Final
I have a
Fantasies.
lot of them. I wanted
Well,
to.
yeah.
Well, he's got a lot because that's all.
No,
you
that's-
Well,
play.
it's my favorite genre.
Make it count.
You're just
Make
making
it count.
Make it count. I think that okay. So let's start with. I
Shin
really
Megami
like the
Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei series. Thank you, Matt. Nocturne, although interestingly enough, like Adam,
You've
I've
never
never
beaten
I've
that,
never
yeah.
beaten it, and it's my favorite RPG, which is very strange because why would it be my favorite game if I haven't beaten it? I don't know. It's just that
He didn't beat 8.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
The
I've
whole
never
point.
beaten the Final Fantasy.
There you go.
You ever beat
Interesting.
No, I never beat it. I always get to the second CD. I've played like
Isn't
3
there
or 4
4?
or 5 times.
Isn't there 4 CDs?
There's
Something
I
like
only
that.
ever get to the second one,
I got to
and
the,
I never even get very far into the
I got
second
to
one.
the part where you go into space where you're just
That's near
squalling
the end
around.
almost.
Yeah. and
What? You go into space?
There's
Yeah?
these weird
The
color
fuck?
coordinated creatures that you have to. It was very scary. It felt like a horror game.
I might have beaten 9. Sorry.
That's okay.
The only one I've beaten is 12. I mean, Tactics.
Tactics, which is amazing. Okay, so let's go back to it. So probably a Shin Megami
Tactics.
Tensei game. I also really like the Shadow Hearts series. Have you guys ever played
Yeah.
those
Yep.
games? Very good. The most recent ones is set in like the 60s, the 1960s. It's really cool. Sort of like got this weird occult feel to it in a very real world.
Imagine
setting.
if they made a new one for that.
Would be fantastic. I also really liked Radiatus Stories.
Yeah.
That was okay.
It was okay. It wasn't
The
great.
stories
Was was
series.
you're in a small town and there's like a day-night cycle, and there are certain characters that have routines. So in the morning, one guy will always wake up at the house next to where you start, and he'll always go around around town and then come back to his house at the end of the night. And there's no time mechanic in the sense that the world doesn't end, but you have to speak to this guy at certain portions of the day. And you find out if you speak to him too early, he says something like, "Oh, I'm going to be going to a shop later.
Come back later.
Come back later." And so through playing the game, the progress is dictated by how you're collecting these people. Because sometimes one person will say, "Well, my brother is across the way." And so the world becomes built based on you collecting different people. It was amazing in a lot of ways. It wasn't excellent, but it was...
What about the Saga series? Remember that? Saga Frontier, the Romancing Saga.
They're weird. They're very strange.
They're very strange.
I remember playing the first Saga Frontier, getting to the last boss, and not being able to beat it because of the way that I had randomly developed skills.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's like 8 different characters, and you're constantly switching between all of them. And I should probably do a Throwback Thursday for one of those and play it for a little bit. Because
you should do like Throwback Thursdays for RPGs, because that's like a...
The problem is, I have to put so much time into it, because a lot of these I haven't put that much time in it, or that I don't remember. So I have to actually put a good like 10, 20 hours into each game, each RPG, in order to, like, I put 10 hours into like Dark Cloud 2, or 12 hours, but I still don't think I put in enough time to actually write a proper article about it.
Yeah.
There's just so much to Dark Cloud 2 that I can't, like, I wouldn't feel proper writing an article about it without playing more.
Okay, so good JRPG.
Yeah.
Pokemon Blue.
That counts, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can go for red.
Specifically blue?
Specifically, well, I had blue.
Blue
My
and
brother
red
had
doesn't
red.
matter.
Red was better, man.
I had red and yellow.
Yellow was
I had
good
yellow.
because of Pikachu.
Yeah, the
Yellow.
Pikachu follows
That's what
you.
I'm saying, man.
That was cool.
I only
I
had
remember
yellow.
red. I remember. Wait, we can. This is maybe not relevant.
Well, my brother had
don't know
red.
who
I
this
had
would be
blue, so it
relevant
didn't matter.
for. Oh, relevant. You, Jason
Just go.
Crook.
Yes.
Yes, I remember playing it with him.
Oh.
And he had a Mankey of all the Pokemon, and I remember saying to myself, I need to buy this video game right now. It was on a grade 5 ski. Who went to my elementary school? No one here.
Me.
That sucks.
Richard's
That's really
not here.
strange.
And
I don't think I
Vanny's-
hung out with
I
Richard.
think
no.
Joe
Yeah, I
did,
did.
in like grade 1 or 2.
Vanny's
And then he
missing.
switched to
Who was in
mine.
my group?
We
at
didn't
that
have the
point?
game it was just the cards so far. at the
Yeah,
time.
Terry
yeah.
Fox. No, people had the game.
They got banned.
Yeah,
The cards
Really?
got banned in
Yeah.
ours.
the
How
cards got
bad
banned
was that?
everywhere. Same thing like Pogs. No one, you weren't allowed to bring
No?
Pogs.
So my
What?
school just didn't give a fuck.
But we're talking
only
about
showed
high
up in
school,
grade
right?
6.
Pogs was. Oh no, that
No,
was on
Pogs was before that.
Yeah.
Pogs is way
I had
before
so
Pokemon.
many.
Pokemon
I
was
had
like
the Pog
grade
Maker,
5
no,
and 6.
Corey
I had a
Pog
Pog maker.
They had a maker.
A
Yeah,
Pog
you
maker?
get the
Yeah.
stickers and it
The
cuts the
fuck?
little chips out, and you put your own custom stickers on it.
Yeah.
Was their mascot this weird fluffy
Yes.
creature man? Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember.
Pogs were
I
amazing.
had the Pog Arena.
I had the sharp metal
Oh.
ones
You
that
did
were
things with
ninja
that?
stars.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Let's
It's a
rewind.
game.
I remember the first RPG that I've ever played in my life. It was a Dungeons and Dragons game for the Sega Genesis.
The first
Super
RPG
hard.
I ever played was Secret of Mana.
Would you count Contra
Definitely.
or Ninja
was
Turtles?
No.
Turtles in
Diablo
Time.
came out?
Yeah,
That's
sure it counts.
sorry, which one?
Diablo.
Diablo.
Yeah, that's an RPG.
That is-
PS1.
100% an RPG.
Yeah.
I
No.
remember
Western RPGs are actually
Mario.
conversationally they are
There you go.
RPGs in
No,
my
Yeah, no, they
J-
are. But there are
JRPG.
different types of RPGs.
JRPG, Mario.
There's all
Yeah.
JRPG. Mario,
Oh,
the
Super
term
Mario
role
RPG.
playing game is very broad.
It is
Yeah.
very broad,
Yeah, exactly. But see, the thing is Secret of Mana I would consider an RPG,
of course.
but it's not a JRPG. It's not
No.
that typical JRPG. It's an action RPG.
Yeah.
Action as a loose 2D action game.
Right, of course. The genres are
Action Jackson.
Any of the Mana games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Super Mario game
I
was
want a new
amazing. I
one.
loved the graphics. I loved how it was very difficult, and then when you would level, it become not very easy, but like it rewarded leveling. It
Yeah,
introduced
well, I
you
mean,
to the concepts of
The
it.
difficulty goes up and down. You get stronger, and then the enemies get stronger. Then you get stronger, then the enemies. It's like a cycle.
Yeah.
But that's good design, right?
It just felt like
Which nobody has really done ever. yet.
Recently, yeah.
They
It's
some
okay.
they try, but then they do it by areas, right? They don't do it by you.
Well, yeah, no, but that's yeah.
They do it by area. Like, oh, you're in this
The
new
problem
area.
is because the enemy, the maps are so open,
Yeah.
and the whole
Yeah.
point is you're supposed to be able to go everywhere. So that's why, like Oblivion and those types of games kind of did the whole everything levels with you. So which is bullshit because I'd
Better.
rather it just be areas have certain
fuck
abilities, but they want to make it so you can go everywhere. So everything is sort of around your level, which is, anyways, doesn't matter. The whole point is when you have a more focused, more streamlined experience, you can design it to actually progress properly. But when it's all open, then you can't design it the same way, and that's where a lot of people get stuck.
Mm-hmm. Bravely Default, actually, for the 3DS, you can actually customize everything in it. So if the game is too easy, you can increase the difficulty, you can increase the encounter rate. It's pretty.
Yeah, you can lower the encounter rate, you can increase how much experience you get, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Anyways, on that note, that's it for us. Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. Check out the blog, gamerbasement.com. You know,
he switched it because he's a jerk.
It's Basement Gamer, but the URL is it's Gamer Basement.
Gamer Basement is better because you go like game rankings. It's there, Gamer Basement. It makes more sense to me. Instead of Basement Gamer, because you think of, for a prefix basement, there's a lot of really irrelevant stuff that you can find, but Gamer Basement.
I like Basement Gamer.
No, it's called Basement Gamer.
The YouTube is called Basement Gamer.
But when you're
the URL is Gamer Basement.
But like for computer logic, it makes more sense for Gamer something, right?
Okay.
But
no, but B becomes before J. G.
Anyways,
basement is like
Gamer's Basement would be okay.
The Z.
Basement. Yeah.
And basement with a W.
Oh God! All right. Catch you guys next.
Cheers.
Next week.
Yay! That's Pete.
That's a shame.